Hello everyone and welcome to my channel once again. I appreciate you being here. Today I want to talk about three things: fasting, quotes, and celebrations. All of the rewards. The three things: fasting, quotes, and celebrations. Now I'm using terminologies here because like I said, you get caught up reading and you're like, wow, that's really, really cool. And then you start to kind of use some of this terminologies. But just to clarify, what am I talking about? I believe that there's something about not eating that clarifies your mind. It just clears your mind. I suppose even from a religious perspective, or just from a known don't eat all day, you tend to have less crap. Like tend to talk less crap. You tend to be more real. I don't know why. Now, of course, I've read some things that will say this is the reason, this is the reason. I'm just going to talk about that it works. And if you want to do further research about it, you can go ahead because there's plenty of materials. Now, don't be cuckoo about it and tapping into whatever hoo-ha. I'm just talking about the principles, the soundness of it. In terms of fasting itself, quotations, and celebrations. Now, we all get what a celebration is. You had a hard week. You just want to let your hair down, hair. And anyhow, you just want to let your hair down. And we feel good in that moment. You're not in a state of work. You're not in a state of structured, I suppose, like a job or a business deal. You just, having a good time. But go back to the fasting part. I find that whenever I'm working on something that I'm not so clear on, that I'm working on something that I'm struggling with, sometimes I just go, you know what, I'm going to abstain from food for a while, and just by staying away from food, you get your brain goes into a different space because your brain's going, hey, no food, what's going on? And then in the meantime, I have quotes. Now, I've already said in my previous videos that for me, I believe that quotes are overused. I believe people get carried away and they just posting quotes, and it's all very nice, but their lives are not reflective of those quotes. Their lives are so average. But to me, I think if you read some of those powerful quotes about, one can do anything if one desires, if your life is not reflective, what's the point? What's the use? It's like having like this Ferrari and not really driving it or whatever it is that you like, That's just an example. Quotes to me is about taking the quote that is relevant to you and then applying it. So we like the people that come up with this quote. You're like, wow, I can do that, or I can't. And then you take that quote and you live by it, and you just apply it. You're consistently trying every day and measuring it to see how well it's working. But I find that the ingredient that works very, very powerful to help you on your goal journey or applying those quotes is just when you say, you know what, I'm going to go without food. Now, fasting, you can fast from all kinds of things. Some people fast from, liquor because they just caught up with the liquor. Some people fast from movies and whatever it is, or from sex. So, but I think food is the one very effective one. You just don't eat, and you just kind of focus your life, and you just kind of put it there and say, this is what I want. But your mind is so fixated on what you want, and it's just, like I said, I'm just repeating myself here, but people that fast to me, who've been around me, they talk less crap. They're just kind of clear. You even project yourself as wise. You look all kinds of wise because you're hungry. You got no energy to fight, But I just think that it's a powerful ingredient to some level of success. I won't say to all success because that'd be ridiculous to apply one thing. And some things like that, it may not work for everybody. But what I found that when you do fast, you get a crystallized mindset, you get a clear mindset, and your body, is grateful for it when you break your fast and actually eat some good food. It's kind of like that instant celebration. There's that temporary celebration of the fact that you're feeding it, but it's like you spend all that time engaging your mind to focus on your quote, which is your goal essentially, because to me quotes are really goals of things, how you want your life to reflect it. So fasting for me is recommended. I believe that it's good. I used to always hate the idea of fasting because it's going away from food. And I'm a physical person. Everything that I do, I'm running around. How am I going to run around if I don't have an empty stomach? And I'm very, let's do this, let's do that. And it was kind of like, whoa. But when I did do, in times when I do fast, it just clarifies what I want. It magnifies my mind in some way. And I feel like my body is working hard because it's not trying to digest food. It's just kind of fixated. All my energies are focused on what I have. And usually I have a quote that I'm going with, that I run with, that, is keeping me focused. And then, of course, at the end of it, I celebrate. I have something good. Now, you got to be careful with this. Don't be running to McDonald's or KFC or whatever it is, or Nando's, after your fast. Try to be disciplined about it. Have something healthy, because then that shows that you're mature. That shows that you got it together, instead of just like, whoa, I've been dying for some food. You dive in that chicken wing or whatever it is that you like to quickly dive into. But I think that fasting is an ingredient that's pretty much crucial. If any of you have encountered that, or it's been beneficial to y'all, I'd like to hear from you. But in terms of that, and the celebration part, I use the word celebration like a big topic. Yeah, celebrate. Celebrate the fact that you did that fast, but the celebration does not mean breaking the fast. It can be the celebration at the end of the week when you just go socialize with your friends to say, hey, I was disciplined enough to stay focused. I didn't eat, and I was focused and had my goal, my quote, whatever it is in there. I did it. I got it done. Now I'm going to chill with my friends for an hour or so, and that's your celebration. I think it's important. It's like that little kid reward. I remember, when we're taller training, when you're taller training a child, you tend to you reward them for learning something new. So reward yourself for doing something like that, because I think it's important as adults to celebrate yourself properly. So fast, quotes, use the quotes, but get one or two and just focus on that for a little while. And then celebrate. Have fun. Because it's not, just because I'm saying business doesn't mean you can't have a good time with it. But have fun. Let me know if you, like I said earlier, if you've used fasting or quotes or anything like that, or your feedback. It's always good to get talking. It's always fun to get people talking. All right. Thank you so much for your time.